Jared, thank you. ETSU is hosting the State of Aging in Tennessee conference next week in East Tennessee, and the conference will cover topics in aging, dementia, elder law, and more. And here to tell us more about it are Ruth Taylor-Reed and Layla Ganaris. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Well, tell me a little bit about the aging conference. You know, I mentioned in the daytime tease, I was like, it might not sound like something interesting to you, but I promise you the topics that you guys are covering are important and interesting.
They are important. You know, a few months ago, I was sitting at a kitchen table, my mom's kitchen table with my sister, and we were thinking, you know, we work during the day, so what are the resources for my mom, you know, while we're at work, because she's 88 years old. And she might be the most stubborn human being ever, maybe. I don't know, that's up for debate. But I started talking to people in our community whose focus is on the aging population in East Tennessee. And one of the best new discoveries I discovered was Layla, who is going to talk about changes in Medicaid and Medicare and how that affects those in our region who are aging and those who care for those people who are aging in our population. But we have some extraordinary topics coming up.
Tell me a little bit about your role. I know you're with Humana, so how do you play into the conference here?
Humana is a sponsor for the conference, and a large part of the conference does deal with dementia, which is valuable to me because I dealt with that with my mom, and we had not a clue when she was diagnosed with dementia, and her physician wasn't a great resource. He gave us a book that explained the disease state, but beyond that, we didn't know where to go.
And it's heartbreaking, dementia, because you're literally watching someone you've known forever just lose it slowly and lose ideas of where they are, who they are.
Exactly.
So having those resources is crucial, and that's something that this conference will provide, along with, you know, some other aspects. What else will be mentioned?
Yes, we also have Bailey Schiermeyer, who's going to be presenting. She is a partner in the elder law firm here in Johnson City. I wasn't aware that we even had one of those. So she's going to talk about financial planning, what you need in retirement. She's going to talk about some of the things that can happen to anyone in your family who is part of the aging population. We have Deb Vogel from the Community Health Center who's going to talk about movement and how important movement is to your quality of life every day. We're going to talk about creative aging through a storyteller. It's going to be Alzheimer's. We're partnering with the Tennessee Commission on Aging and Disability, and so they are the professionals. These presenters have been in this field for more than 20 years, each of them. So they're going to talk about all of the things that are important and affect the daily lives of those who are aging.
Well, you mentioned financial planning and planning for retirement. That's something I need at my age, not
Exactly.
just when I get older. What kind of is the demographic, what you're looking for people attending?
For people attending, I would imagine 45 and up, but a lot of those that I see are signing up are caregivers, and so they're probably much younger, and they'll be learning about some of the resources available in the community.
Well, that's good to know. Layla, is there anything you want people to know before they head out? Maybe people at home who are thinking, I don't know if this is really for me.
Absolutely. Everyone needs as much information as they can get. Even if they're not seniors, they have parents that are, and no one ever realized how expensive it is to be old. You don't understand, and a lot of people have false ideas about what their Medicare will cover. And so it's always good to have a very firm understanding of what your Medicare is going to cover and other resources you need to have available, resources for long-term care, things like that.
Well, it's certainly expensive. I know we just put my grandmother in assisted living, and yeah, those dollars add up. Well, they're going to learn all of this information at the conference, which is happening on August 7th in the Carnegie Hotel from 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. For more information, that can be found on ETSU's website. We also have that number right there on your screen. We'll be right back with a look at some events happening across the region this weekend.